Let me ask you, what does Governor Ron DeSantis not know about black history and the black experience when he says that slavery and the aftermath of slavery should not be taught to Florida school children?
I don't know what he knows and what he doesn't know, but I know this. Any push to censor America's teachers and tell them what they should be teaching in the best interest of our children in partnership with the parents of America is, I think, wrong-headed. The people who know our children best are their parents and their teachers in terms of the time they spend and the investment they've placed in the brains and capacity of our children who are our nation's future. And it should not be some politician saying what should be taught in our classrooms.
And you said that Nikki Haley was using coded language. What do you think about her suggesting a cognitive test for presidents, for candidates for president?
I did not watch her speech, but when you present the suggestion that anyone is saying that it is time for a new generation and they're running against the person who is president, and when presented as though it's an attack, I would like to let us all be clear that the attack is misplaced if the point of it is that we need leadership that is strong, because we have a strong leader in Joe Biden.
What is your reaction so far? And are Democrats deflated and put on their back heels, if you will, by the fact that, at least according to the Attorney General, Mueller reached the conclusion that there was no collusion, no conspiracy, I should say, with the Russian government and anyone, including the president and his campaign here?
Yeah. Well, I don't have yet enough information to actually assess whether what Barr did is appropriate or not. I can only assume, though, that it took him only 2 days to write a 4-page summary of an investigation that was conducted over the course of 2 years and seemingly around the clock. So it calls into question the integrity of the document that he submitted, that 4-page document, and the integrity of it in terms of whether or not it was comprehensive enough to give the American public a sense of what the investigation actually discovered, uncovered, and involved. For that reason, I strongly believe that in the interest of transparency, in the interest of the American public's interest in knowing and right to know, that there should be full transparency, that the Mueller report should be made public, that the underlying evidence should be available to Congress. I believe and feel strongly that the Attorney General Barr should be required to testify before the United States Congress under oath, because Congress has a responsibility and a duty to the American public to perform its oversight responsibilities. And in this case, we are presented with some of the most troubling issues and concerns in terms of the various branches of government, and Congress should be allowed to do its job, which is oversight in particular as it relates to this issue, and that requires transparency, which we've not yet received, obviously.